Introduction theme. Bit to a crap podcast show. JTAKRAOSPE20, number 20, Wizard 4 and 5. But before that, something I was going to say for my 50th episode, but then I was like, damn it, Jollytheoldsaint, episode 20's audience deserves better. So it is to you that I speak of this special subject near and dear to my heart. Several names from Wikipedia's list of people featured on stamps in the United States of America. Oh, and I'm talking the good one. Yeah, that's right. This time, it's North America, baby. So, minding that these are taken completely at random, let's start with Kit Carson. He was a crime-solving moped. Everett Dirksen, after saying his family's long-held secret power phrase, "Dirk's in!" his magic armor made of daggers bled him to death. William Dixon, a similar story to Everett Dirksen. Arthur Dove, he turned into an owl. Dag Hammarskjöld, her parents were trying desperately not to swear. Louis Gottschalk attempted to hide his chalk hoarding behind Enunciation. Roy Acuff, he somehow bore resemblance to a single cufflink. Henry Harley Hap Arnold, alliteration combo breaker. Frida Kahlo dedicated her entire life to freeing the calories of things. Leopold Stokowski, what's it to you? You got some kind of problem? Wendell Willkie, despite being folksy as hell, he hates people who make assumptions about his folksiness based on his name. Ignacy Jan Paderewski. Ignacy Jan Paderewski was master of the Batusi, but drank a bit much of the brewski, so he was stabbed by a girl named Lucy. Thomas Wolfe. He is now more tank engine than Wolf. William Whipple, best name on the list. ADD indulged, so Wizard 4, the fourth hell. We begin with the mage called Wizard pulling Lucy's hand over his obscene magic belt buckle. Dag Hammarskjöld, this show is moving fast. Dedetnadet walks in on them, causing a hilarious, perfect understanding of the situation. You see, Lucy is channeling the might and glory of Satan through MC Whistle's obscene belt buckle. This causes MC Whistles to become hungry on account of the showrunner's agreement to set in stone hereabouts that his magic induces hunger. At least until they get sick of that bit and write it off with MC Whistles learning to tap into the Speed Force or something. So yeah, Wizard's eating. Nom 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 nom. Hilarious. Meanwhile later, our villains Gorgonzola and Phoenix Wrong are kicking the monster of the week to get him awake and showing the show what his deal is. This one's a lazy cat demon, so I'll call him Spot. And then on second thought, I'll call him marginally overweight cat from City Hall. He gets right to stalking the target of the arc, a pianist who complains that if he can't piano stuff next episode, then he'll totally fall into despair. And the same for if he can't play the piano. It's probably a bit early in the game to give that up, bro. Meow. I mean, I only just started stalking you. Pianist man freaks, per the demon saying that out loud and giving away his position / existence. Meanwhile, earlier, MC Whistles and his friends, the Tandy Modem Computer Whiz Kids, are trying to do comic relief, which is basically like watching a fat cat from City Hall try to eat poor people food. After that sad sight, Lucy's Satan sense tingles, so she turns to her crystal ball to see her excuse for knowing where the monster is. And so, by way of, flu powder, MC Whistles teleports himself right to the next scene where the action's going down. There he jumps his motorcycle on nothing to ram City Hall Cat, while Dedetnadet, who can also teleport, advertises the sponsor car. Rescues the pianist. After giving him a few minutes to get over how shiny and new her car is, and then after letting the car sit for a few minutes after he gets in for more screen time, and then finally Dedetnadet drives off, having realized that the camera would just follow the car every second of its leaving anyway. But then, in a surprise twist, the show moves to its titular hero. That is the Kamen Rider called the Mage called Wizard, who's being called out by marginally overweight cat from City Hall. Magical candy bling. Ugh, you must be the Mage called Wizard. Meow. Oh, do you think? Do you think maybe the guy who was just jumping his motorcycle on thin air could be the Mage called Wizard? And so the mid-episode fight begins. Yeah, they spent that much time lingering on the car. So MC Whistles mops the floor with City Hall Cat, using his water form to turn his entire body into water. That's an incredibly useful power. So I guess he'll use it every single fight for the rest of the series. unless he faces an electric-type Pokemon, in which case he could just summon his dragon. Well, after briefly but intensely violating the villain in his puddle form, Wizard reforms himself to gloat by positioning his taint over the monster's head.
How do you like that, kitty? Oh, how do I like it? Oh god, you're a bit of a perv, aren't you, meow?
After several more instances of what I might call gooflation, if I wasn't a completely innocent soul who doesn't know what that means, City Hall Cat runs off. Meanwhile, later, MC Whistles and Dedette are telling the pianist about the funky phantoms after his falling into despair. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Demons are after my life and the piano concert is tomorrow.
Wait, why aren't you freaking out about the existence of funky phantom demons? And why didn't I, for that matter?
Ma'am, I don't think you understand. If I wasn't able to play piano tomorrow, then I would totes fall into despair. MC Whistles shoots a look then, as if that gave him some sort of slight hint as to what the funky phantoms might be targeting.
Yes, that's it. I think they're going to attack him directly, and maybe everything except his piano.
Speak of the dead, the boss funky phantoms are chewing out City Hall Cat for sucking.
Oh, don't worry, I'll just change into my human form to get closer to the target.
And so, disguised as a muscular black man wearing a bright green leopard-spotted shirt and shorts, City Hall Cat goes to make at least one Japanese person very afraid. Back to the WizKids, they're all outside playing Lookout for Pianist P. Pianist. Seeing that, the monster goes to the concert hall, smashes the piano, and no. Okay, well then Lucy cuddles up to MC Whistles.
It's so nice with just the two of us here, live container of His Majesty Satan. You know, I'm standing right next to you. Oh look, the pet's talking.
Lucy's keen Satan sense then goes off when the only black person in Japan knocks on the pianist's door.
Knock, 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 meow.
Excuse me, what do you want?
Oh, hello, I'm just a friendly neighborhood inconspicuous black muscle man. Going door to door, making friends, that sort of thing, meow.
By this point, the mage called Wizard is convinced that Lucy wasn't just being racist again, so he makes the funky phantom reveal himself and chases him off. Of course, as the mage called Wizard has no athletic skill, the monster gets away while he stops to eat at the tranny-run donut shop with Dedette. Meanwhile, later, they're still eating donuts, so Lucy and Jeannie are keeping an eye on the pianist. Well, Lucy is. Jeannie's only point is to have no reason to exist. The boss funky phantom Gorgonzola suddenly shows up then, as to tentacle rape Lucy with her snake hair to figure out the deal with her Satan sense.
Oh, I see. You're some kind of zombie homunculus girl powered by magics. Give a spoiler warning first, you Contra Commander.
Gorgonzola drains the magic from Lucy, causing her to freeze up. Post-orgasm. Back to the glutton called Wizard, he and Dedette are still sitting around eating and talking about plot essential stuff.
Mage called Wizard, why does Lucy seem to like you more than me?
I don't know, I just let her stalk me and drain my life essence twice a day.
Gross, but do you think that'd work for me?
MC Whistles then gets a call from Jeannie, which he picks up for some reason.
Master, Lucy's dead. So I stood there for a few hours doing nothing. And then I remembered I had a phone. And then I took a 7-part course on using the phone, and then I called you.
Hearing this, MC Whistles runs straight to where Lucy and Jeannie are, not taking his magic motorcycle because he needed the exercise. He gives Lucy a bit of magic mojo, waking her up from mostly death, and then MC Whistles moves right along to save the day from marginally overweight cat from City Hall, who is now attacking the pianist that the WizKids totally forgot about.
I was just told that it wasn't in the budget to smash a piano, so let's say my goal is to cut your hands off. Meow.
Yeah, awesome. Just, get it over with then. Cause I'm gonna be falling into all kinds of crazy despair afterwards.
Whoa, hang on, this is a little weird. You don't sound like someone afraid to get your hands cut off.
MC Whistles jumps in to interrupt here, holding the cat down with magic hell chains per this episode's writer being super into bondage. The mage called tries to finish it with a flying fire kick, but it seems he's out of magical juice. So their chains come loose and a sad trombone plays somewhere.
Oh, Dragon Balls, this must be the first episode in an arc. Wah, wah.